Talk. What if I told you the same thing that burns fat could also clear your skin? It sounds almost too good to be true, but as a dermatologist, I can tell you there's real science behind it. Talk. I'm Dr. Dustin Portela, a board-certified dermatologist, and today we're diving into one of the most fascinating health connections I've seen lately. Talk. How intermittent fasting doesn't just help you lose weight, it actually helps your skin heal itself from the inside out. Most people think of fasting as a weight loss strategy, but your skin and metabolism are more connected than you might realize. When you fast, your body enters a repair mode. It reduces inflammation, balances hormones like insulin and cortisol, and gives your digestive system a break. And that's a big deal for your skin because chronic inflammation and hormonal imbalance are two of the main triggers behind acne and blackheads. Think of it like this: fasting helps detoxify your body by lowering insulin spikes, improving gut health, and activating autophagy, the body's natural cleanup process. Those same mechanisms that burn fat are also removing damaged cells, clearing clogged pores, and calming redness. It's a total reset from the inside out. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how your gut and skin are talking to each other and why fixing one can transform the other. We'll look at the latest research on fasting, talk about the hormonal pathways involved, and even review real-life transformations from people who've seen both their waistline and their skin completely change. Have you ever noticed your skin getting clearer when you're fasting or eating lighter? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. I came across this viral post showing a young woman who said that after just 3 weeks of intermittent fasting, her skin looked filtered in real life, no new breakouts, less oil, and an overall glow, and the comments were full of people saying the same thing. As a dermatologist, that kind of transformation always makes me curious about the why behind it. So, let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body when you fast and how it helps both your skin and your metabolism heal. When you eat frequently throughout the day, especially meals high in sugar or refined carbs, your body constantly releases insulin. Insulin's main job is to move glucose from your bloodstream into your cells for energy. But here's the thing. Too much insulin doesn't just store fat, it also triggers other hormones like androgens and IGF-1, which stimulate oil glands and increase inflammation. And that's one of the major root causes of acne now. When you start intermittent fasting, your insulin levels finally get a break. With less insulin circulating, your body becomes more sensitive to it again, meaning you don't need to produce as much. Lower insulin leads to a decrease in those oil-boosting androgens, which means your skin isn't being pushed to overproduce sebum, the oily substance that clogs pores and feeds acne, causing bacteria. So while you might think you're just skipping breakfast to burn fat, you're actually giving your skin a hormonal reset. Another key player here is cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. Cortisol spikes when you're stressed or sleep deprived, and it can increase inflammation and worsen breakouts. But here's where fasting, when done correctly, becomes interesting. In short fasting windows, cortisol rises slightly, which can help mobilize fat for energy. Over time, though, your body adapts and cortisol levels even out. That stability helps your skin calm down, reducing redness and those deep, painful cystic pimples that tend to show up during stressful weeks. Then there's IGF-1, or insulin-like growth factor 1. It's closely linked to both insulin and androgens. High levels of IGF-1 stimulate cell growth, including in your oil glands, and block the skin's natural shedding process. That's why people with diets heavy in dairy and processed foods, which spike IGF-1, often deal with stubborn acne. Fasting, however, lowers IGF-1 levels, allowing your skin to function more normally, heal more efficiently. So, what you're seeing in those glowing before and after fasting transformations isn't just coincidence, it's hormonal chemistry at work. When your insulin, androgens, and cortisol start balancing out, inflammation in your body goes down, oil production stabilizes, and your pores stay clearer. Meanwhile, your metabolism shifts gears. Instead of constantly burning sugar for energy, your body starts breaking down stored fat, which is why people see faster fat loss during consistent fasting. Think of it this way, your hormones act like switches that control both fat storage and skin oil. When insulin is high, those switches are flipped on, you store fat and produce more oil. When fasting lowers insulin, the switches flip off and your body shifts into a repair and fat burning mode. That's why people notice not just clearer skin, but also a slimmer waistline. There's also the inflammation connection. Chronic insulin spikes trigger low-grade inflammation throughout your body. That inflammation doesn't just affect your weight, it affects your skin barrier, making breakouts heal more slowly and leaving behind redness or pigmentation. Fasting gives your body time to lower those inflammatory markers so your skin can finally focus on repair instead of constant damage control. What's amazing is that these internal shifts are visible externally. People often describe their fasting results as a glow, but what's really happening is that blood sugar levels are stabilizing, hormones are balanced, and inflammation is reduced, all of which create a smoother, clearer complexion. Of course, fasting isn't a magic pill, talk. If it's done too aggressively or paired with poor sleep and high stress, cortisol can rise too much and backfire. But when done mindfully, with enough hydration, balanced nutrition, talk, and rest, it's one of the simplest, most natural ways to reset your body's hormonal rhythm. I always tell my patients healthy skin isn't just about what you put on your face, talk, but what's happening inside your body. Intermittent fasting aligns both. It burns fat, balances hormones, and lets your skin breathe again. So, talk, what do you think? Are your breakouts more hormonal or diet related? Tell me below. I was watching a viral clip the other day where someone showed their skin before and after a 21-day intermittent fasting challenge, and the difference was unbelievable. The redness was gone, talk. Their cheeks looked calmer, and even the texture seemed smoother. Most people in the comments assumed it was a new skincare product, but as a dermatologist, talk, I could tell something deeper was happening beneath the surface. That glow wasn't from a cream, it was from reduced inflammation. Inflammation is the invisible enemy behind almost every skin issue I treat. Acne, eczema, rosacea, premature aging, you name it. When your body is inflamed, talk, your skin becomes the mirror that reflects it. It shows up as redness, puffiness, cystic breakouts, or that dull, uneven tone that no amount of makeup can hide. Talk. And here's where fasting becomes a powerful skin ally. It helps calm that storm from the inside out. When you eat frequently, especially foods high in sugar, processed oils, and refined carbs, talk, your body produces more inflammatory molecules called cytokines. These molecules trigger your immune system to react, and that inflammation doesn't just stay in your gut or bloodstream. It travels everywhere, including your skin. Over time, it damages your collagen, clogs your pores, talk, and makes your skin more reactive. Now, when you begin intermittent fasting, your body gets a chance to reset. During the fasting window, insulin levels drop, and with that, talk, inflammation levels begin to fall too. Lower insulin means less stimulation of inflammatory pathways. At the same time, talk, fasting activates a process called autophagy, a cellular cleanup system that removes damaged proteins, dead cells, and oxidative waste. Think of it like a detox for your cells. When those old, talk, damaged cells are cleared out, new healthier cells can take their place, which is why the skin starts to look brighter and smoother. TikTok. Another major benefit of fasting is that it reduces oxidative stress. That's the kind of internal rusting caused by unstable molecules known as free radicals. Free radicals are produced by everything from pollution to poor diet to stress, and they damage collagen and elastin, the building blocks of youthful, firm skin. Top, fasting helps reduce oxidative stress by lowering blood sugar fluctuations and increasing the production of antioxidant enzymes that protect your cells. Talk. What's fascinating is that we can actually see this reduction in inflammation on the skin's surface. When inflammation goes down, redness fades, swollen breakouts flatten faster, talk, and cystic acne becomes less painful. Patients who struggle with inflammatory acne or rosacea often tell me that during fasting or when they cut out processed foods, talk, their skin feels quiet. That's because their immune system isn't in constant overdrive anymore. From a dermatologist perspective, talk, one of the most visible changes I see during a fasting reset is improved texture. Inflammation tends to make the skin look rough or uneven, while lowering it allows the skin barrier to repair itself. The result, a smoother surface, fewer active breakouts, and less residual discoloration. Talk, it's not just about less acne, it's about a calmer, healthier complexion overall. Another subtle but important point is how inflammation affects oil production. When the body is inflamed, the sebaceous glands in your skin become overstimulated. They produce more oil, which mixes with dead skin and bacteria to create blockages in your pores. By lowering inflammation, talk, fasting naturally regulates this oil production. That's why skin not only looks clearer but also feels less greasy or congested, and this goes beyond acne. Talk. Chronic inflammation is also what accelerates skin aging. It breaks down collagen faster, delays healing, and leads to fine lines and sagging. When fasting lowers those inflammatory markers, talk, it indirectly supports collagen preservation. The same mechanism that helps your breakouts calm down also slows down premature aging, a 2-for-1 benefit that no topical serum can fully match. The beauty of this process is that it's entirely natural. Your body already knows how to heal itself. It just needs the right conditions. When you fast, talk, you're not forcing your skin to change, you're giving it the space and time to repair. Talk, that's why so many people describe their post-fast skin as reset. It's not magic, it's biology working the way it's supposed to. Of course, balance is key. Talk, over fasting or under eating can stress your body and spike cortisol, which might have the opposite effect. The goal isn't deprivation, it's rhythm. Talk controlled fasting periods with enough hydration, balanced meals, and nutrient-rich foods can bring your body back into alignment where inflammation stays low and your skin thrives. Talk. I always tell my patients glowing skin isn't just about exfoliants or retinoids, it's about reducing internal inflammation. When your gut and your metabolism calm down, your skin follows. Talk. It starts to reflect the health that's happening inside. Have you noticed your skin tone improving when you clean up your diet or fast? I was watching this amazing transformation clip where someone said, Talk, I didn't change my skincare routine, just started fasting, and suddenly my skin cleared up. You could see it right away, less redness, smoother cheeks. Talk, that glow people usually only get from filters. Most people assume it's all about hormones or diet, but what's often overlooked is what's happening a little further south in the gut. Talk, your gut might just be the quiet skincare expert you didn't know you had. The connection between your gut and your skin is called the gut-skin axis, and it's one of the most fascinating, underrated systems in the body. Imagine your gut as a busy city full of trillions of bacteria, some friendly, some not so much. When the balance is healthy, everything runs smoothly. Talk. Digestion works well, inflammation stays low, and your immune system stays calm. But when that balance tips, maybe from too much processed food, sugar, talk, or stress, the bad bacteria start taking over, releasing toxins and inflammatory signals that eventually show up right on your skin. That's where fasting becomes a game changer. Talk. When you stop constantly feeding your body, you give your digestive system something it rarely gets a break. Talk. This rest period allows the gut lining to repair itself and rebalance those bacteria. Think of it as your gut's version of a spa day, without the constant digestion workload. Talk. Your gut can focus on healing tiny areas of irritation and reducing the leakage of inflammatory molecules into your bloodstream. And since your skin is one of your body's biggest detox organs, TikTok, less internal inflammation means clearer, calmer skin on the outside. You've probably heard the saying, you are what you eat, but I'd argue it's more accurate to say, Talk, you are what your gut absorbs. When your gut barrier is healthy, nutrients like zinc, vitamin A, and omega-3s, all crucial for skin repair, get absorbed properly. Talk. But when it's inflamed or leaky, your immune system goes into defense mode, which can trigger breakouts, redness, and even conditions like eczema or rosacea. Tech Talk, fasting helps your gut rest long enough to patch up those leaks and reset your microbiome balance. And here's something I see in my dermatology patients all the time when gut health improves. Acne often calms down before anything else changes. Those deep, painful cysts start healing faster. Post-acne marks fade more evenly, and overall texture looks smoother. Why? Talk, because less inflammation from the gut means fewer inflammatory messengers traveling through the bloodstream to the skin. Of course, fasting alone isn't the whole story. And once your gut gets that rest, you have to feed it the right way when you do eat. That's where probiotics, fiber, and hydration come in. Probiotics are the good bacteria, your gut's loyal citizens that help keep the bad ones in check. You can get them from yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, or a quality supplement. Talk. Fiber is their favorite food. It keeps things moving and feeds those good bacteria so they thrive. And water, it's the unsung hero that helps flush out waste and toxins efficiently. Talk. When you combine fasting with these supportive habits, your gut ecosystem becomes stronger and more resilient. Here's something I like to remind patients with acne-prone skin. Talk, your skin isn't dirty, it's reactive. It's often responding to signals coming from inside the body. A gut full of processed foods, excess sugar, talk, and stress hormones will keep sending those distress signals. But when you give it time to rest, repair, and rebalance, your skin finally gets the memo that it's safe to heal. Talk, that's when you see the glow return, not from a product, but from balance. The best part, you don't have to go extreme. Even gentle fasting routines like 14 to 16 hours overnight, talk, can make a noticeable difference. Pair that with gut-loving foods during your eating window, and you'll likely see changes not just in your skin, but also in your energy, digestion, talk, and even mood. Because yes, your gut bacteria also communicate with your brain, so that feel-good glow after a few days of clean eating and fasting isn't just in your head. Talk, it's biochemical. And just to be clear, this doesn't mean skincare isn't important. Cleansing, hydration, and sun protection still matter a lot. Talk. But if you've been treating your skin from the outside and not seeing lasting results, your gut might be the missing piece. It's quietly running the show behind the scenes. Talk, influencing your hormones, inflammation levels, and even how your skin reacts to products. So if your skin hasn't been listening to your serums or your diet changes, talk. Maybe it's time to start listening to your gut. It's been trying to tell you something all along. Would you like me to make a video on gut health supplements that actually help your skin? Talk. Let me know below. I recently watched a video where someone said, after a month of fasting, not only did I lose weight, but my skin literally started glowing. And honestly, that's one of the most accurate observations I hear from people who start fasting consistently. The reason behind that glow is something I love explaining. It's called autophagy. Think of autophagy as your body's built-in cleanup crew. Every day, your cells accumulate waste, damaged proteins, toxins, and old cell parts that no longer function properly. If those damaged cells stick around too long, they start clogging up your system. Much like old skin cells clog pores. Autophagy comes in like a cleanup team, identifying what's broken, recycling what it can, and clearing out what's not needed. It's your body's way of taking out the trash. Now, fasting is one of the most powerful ways to activate this natural process. When your body isn't constantly busy digesting food, it finally has the time and energy to focus on repair work. During fasting, especially after 12 to 16 hours without food, your cells get the signal that it's time to switch from growth mode to cleanup mode. That's when autophagy ramps up, breaking down damaged cells and even misfolded proteins that can trigger inflammation. This process doesn't just make you feel lighter, it's visible on your skin. When autophagy is active, your skin cells renew more efficiently. Old, dull cells are replaced by fresh ones, which gives that smooth, glowing look people notice after fasting. It also helps your skin's collagen network stay strong. Remember, collagen is the scaffolding that keeps your skin firm and youthful. By removing damaged cells and proteins, autophagy supports collagen renewal, helping you maintain that plump, even texture. Another underrated benefit is how the same process ties into fat metabolism. When fasting extends past that 14 to 16 hour window, your body runs out of glucose, the quick energy source from carbs, and starts burning stored fat instead. But it's not just fat burning, it's fat cleaning. Your body breaks down old, inefficient fat cells and repurposes the energy. That's why fasting can make you feel energized and mentally clearer. Your body is literally running more efficiently. And that's also why many people notice their skin clearing up. When your body starts removing waste at the cellular level, you have fewer toxins and inflammatory byproducts circulating in your system. Less inflammation means fewer breakouts, calmer redness, and even faster healing from acne scars. It's like doing a deep cleanse for your entire body, not with skincare products, but with your body's own biology. To make it easier to visualize, imagine your body as a house. When you're constantly eating and snacking, your house staff is always in the kitchen cooking and cleaning up dishes. There's no time to go upstairs, dust, or repair broken furniture. But when you fast, the kitchen finally closes and your cleanup crew can move on to maintenance work, patching walls, polishing floors, throwing out old junk. That's what autophagy does. It's the ultimate reset button for your cells. Most people activate autophagy with fasting windows like 16-8 fast for 16 hours, eat within 8, or 18-6 fast for 18 hours, eat within 6. You don't have to go extreme. Consistency matters more than duration. Around the 14-hour mark, your body begins shifting into fat burning mode and autophagy begins to increase. By 16 to 18 hours, it's in full swing. Even a few days, a week of this rhythm can make a visible difference over time. One thing I always emphasize, though, is hydration. While fasting, your body is still flushing out waste, and water is the transport system for that detox process. Without enough hydration, you can stall autophagy and make it harder for your skin and body to release those toxins efficiently. So drink plenty of water, and if you're fasting longer than usual, consider adding electrolytes or mineral water to stay balanced. Autophagy also supports your immune system, which indirectly benefits your skin too. By removing old or damaged immune cells, your body becomes more efficient at controlling inflammation and fighting bacteria. That's particularly helpful for those struggling with acne or rosacea, which are both inflammatory skin conditions. It's fascinating to realize that the same process helping you burn belly fat is also rejuvenating your skin cells. Fasting isn't just about eating less, it's about allowing your body to do more of what it's naturally designed to do: repair, recycle, and renew. When you think of it that way, fasting becomes less of a diet and more of a self-repair system that modern lifestyles have suppressed with constant eating. So the next time you're tempted to reach for another snack just because it's there, remember that giving your body a break is actually giving it a gift. That break might be the exact window your skin and metabolism need to do their best work. Do you fast regularly, or are you thinking of starting after this? Comment your schedule below! I came across a video the other day where someone was sharing their fasting skincare routine, and honestly, I loved that they brought this up, because while fasting works wonders from the inside out, your skin still needs some external support during that internal reset. As a dermatologist, I see this all the time. People start fasting, their body starts detoxing beautifully, but their skin becomes a little dull or dry in the process. That's not a sign that fasting isn't working. It just means your skin needs a little extra love while your body is adjusting. The first and most important step: hydration. When you fast, Your body loses water faster than usual because glycogen, the stored form of glucose in your body, holds water. As you burn through glycogen for energy, that water gets released and excreted. So even though you might not be sweating, you're still losing hydration. This matters because skin hydration isn't just about looking dewy. It's essential for maintaining your barrier function, which keeps out irritants and locks in moisture. A dehydrated skin barrier can make acne or inflammation worse even during fasting. I always tell patients drink water like it's your skincare. Aim for consistent hydration throughout your fasting window. You can add electrolytes or mineral water if you're fasting longer, especially if you notice fatigue or dry lips. Proper hydration also helps your kidneys and liver flush out toxins, which lightens the load on your skin as a detox organ. That's part of why people notice clearer skin after consistent fasting. It's not just fewer breakouts, it's more efficient waste removal. Now, let's talk skincare products. During fasting, your body's oil production can temporarily shift, and your skin may feel slightly drier or more sensitive than usual. This is not the time for harsh exfoliants or aggressive treatments. Keep it simple, use a gentle sulfate-free cleanser to remove dirt without stripping your skin. Follow that with a lightweight moisturizer that contains ceramides or hyaluronic acid. These ingredients reinforce your barrier and lock in hydration without clogging pores. If you're prone to acne, look for non-comedogenic formulas with niacinamide. It helps calm inflammation, regulates oil, and improves skin texture. For those with dry or sensitive skin, adding a few drops of squalane or jojoba oil over your moisturizer can give a natural boost without breaking you out. Remember, fasting is a period of repair, so your skincare should reflect that same gentle restorative energy. Sunscreen is still non-negotiable even when you're fasting. I've seen people assume that since they're detoxing, they can skip it, but UV damage is one of the biggest sources of oxidative stress for your skin. A broad-spectrum SPF 30 or higher protects your skin while your body focuses on internal healing. Think of it as protecting your investment. Your fasting glow deserves that shield. On the nutrition side, when you break your fast, it's your chance to feed your skin from within. Focus on foods rich in micronutrients that support repair. Zinc is crucial. It helps control inflammation and supports wound healing, which is why it's great for acne-prone skin. Omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon, chia seeds, and walnuts strengthen your skin barrier and reduce redness. And vitamin C, that's your collagen booster. It helps repair skin tissue and brightens your complexion over time. Fasting can sometimes lower certain nutrient levels temporarily, so being mindful of your refeeding meals really matters. I always recommend breaking your fast with something hydrating and nourishing, like a smoothie with greens, berries, and a little protein, rather than jumping straight into heavy or processed foods. The goal is to keep inflammation low and nutrient absorption high. Hydration also directly helps with fat loss and acne recovery. Here's why: when your body burns stored fat, it releases metabolic byproducts that need to be flushed out through the kidneys and liver. Without enough water, that detox slows down and you might experience fatigue, breakouts, or a dull complexion. Skin-wise, dehydration thickens your sebum oil, which can clog pores and trap bacteria. So staying hydrated helps prevent new breakouts while supporting your fat burning process. A few dermatologist-approved recommendations for fasting days include a gentle hydrating cleanser like CeraVe hydrating cream to foam or La Roche-Posay Tolerian. A lightweight barrier moisturizer such as Vanicream Daily Moisturizer or Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel for acne-prone skin. Use a niacinamide serum like the ordinary niacinamide, 10% for zinc, 1%, and always finish with sunscreen. Ultimate UV Clear or Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun are both great options. The goal here isn't to overload your skin with products, it's to support your body's natural reset process. During fasting, your body is literally working on cellular repair, fat burning, and inflammation control. Your skincare should complement that rhythm by being soothing, strengthening, and protective. If you've ever noticed your skin feeling softer, smoother, or less irritated after fasting, that's your skin saying thank you. You're aligning your internal and external care. Do you change your skincare routine while fasting or detoxing? Share your go-to product below. I've seen countless transformation videos where people say, fasting didn't just help me lose weight, it gave me my skin back. And that's the part that always stands out to me as a dermatologist. Because intermittent fasting is so much more than a weight loss trend. It's a full body reset that heals you from the inside out. Over the past few segments, we've talked about how fasting balances hormones, lowers inflammation, and resets your gut health. Now let's tie it all together and talk about what that transformation really looks like when everything starts working in harmony. When you fast consistently, Your hormones begin to find their natural rhythm again. Insulin drops, which reduces fat storage and excess oil production on your skin. Androgens, those acne-triggering hormones, also stabilize, leading to fewer breakouts and a smoother texture. Meanwhile, cortisol levels normalize, helping your skin and metabolism stay calm under stress. That internal hormonal balance is what creates the steady, glowing skin tone people often notice after just a few weeks of fasting. It's not magic, it's biology returning to balance. At the same time, fasting's anti-inflammatory effects kick in. The body stops fighting constant sugar spikes and stress signals, allowing inflammation to fade. You start to see less redness, fewer swollen breakouts, and faster healing of old blemishes. This same anti-inflammatory process also supports fat metabolism. Your body begins using stored fat as fuel, shrinking bloating and revealing more defined features. It's a visible transformation that mirrors what's happening at the cellular level: repair, renewal, and rejuvenation. And then there's the gut, your body's second brain and one of the biggest hidden factors behind skin health. When fasting gives your digestive system a rest, your gut lining repairs itself and your microbiome rebalances. That means fewer toxins leaking into your bloodstream and fewer inflammatory reactions showing up as acne, blackheads, or irritation. Add probiotics, fiber, and water during your eating windows, and your gut becomes one of your best skincare partners. The real-life results are hard to ignore. Pores look smaller, skin looks brighter, and that oily shine that used to appear by midday often disappears. Blackheads start clearing faster, and acne-prone areas, especially the cheeks, jawline, and forehead, look calmer. On top of that, many people report losing belly fat or puffiness around the face as inflammation and water retention drop. It's the kind of transformation that doesn't just change how you look, it changes how you feel in your body. But for these results to last, you need to pair fasting with healthy lifestyle habits. Start with sleep. This is when your body does most of its repair work. Skipping rest can spike cortisol and undo some of fasting's benefits. Aim for 78 hours a night and try to fast during your natural rest cycle when possible. Hydration is another non-negotiable. Fasting doesn't mean drying out your system. Water keeps your detox pathways open, helps your skin barrier stay plump, and supports fat metabolism. Add electrolytes or herbal teas during longer fasts if needed, but stay away from sugary drinks that break your fast and spike insulin. And when it's time to eat, refeed wisely. This is where a lot of people go wrong. After fasting, your body is in prime repair mode, so give it something nourishing: lean proteins, leafy greens, omega-rich fats, and colorful fruits. These foods provide the micronutrients your skin craves: zinc for healing, vitamin C for collagen, and antioxidants for protection. Avoid processed foods that reignite inflammation. They'll undo the calm fasting created in your system. Consistency is the secret ingredient, not perfection. Consistency. Your skin and metabolism don't change overnight. They respond to rhythm, to patterns. Maybe your first week of fasting feels sluggish. Maybe your skin purges a little as your body detoxes. That's okay. Healing takes time. The people who see the biggest transformations are the ones who stick with it long enough for their body to trust the process. Intermittent fasting isn't a punishment. It's permission. It's giving your body the space to reset, your hormones the chance to balance, and your skin the opportunity to glow naturally again. When you align what's happening on the inside with how you care for yourself on the outside, everything starts to sync. Your skin looks clearer, your energy feels cleaner, and your confidence grows, not because you're chasing perfection, but because you're finally working with your body instead of against it. If you've been struggling with stubborn acne, clogged pores, or slow progress in your weight loss journey, remember this: your body already knows how to heal. You just have to give it the right environment. Intermittent fasting is one of the simplest, most powerful ways to do that. Would you like a dermatologist-approved fasting guide for clear skin?
Comment FAST if yes!